Hello, my name is Catherine, and today I'm here to share with you the 5 most influential books on my life. Let's get started, shall we? The first most influential book on my life was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. And I know what you're thinking. Oh God, a self-help book I could have been assigned during summer reading. Maybe you were, but I love this book because it has illustrations, comics, diagrams. It's just very engaging for the reader. I was very sick once at Christmas, so my aunt sent me into a room to lie down, and I wanted to read. So I went looking through the bookshelf, found this. This is my second copy because I cut up my first copy because I just loved it so much. I wanted the advice to go on my bulletin board. Okay, next book. This is my absolute favorite book of all time. If you're gonna ask me, what's your favorite book? This is my favorite book. It's called Just Listen. It's by Sarah Dessen. Sarah Dessen writes a lot of young adult novels with very complex characters, engaging plots, twists and turns. It's a beautiful book. I'm not going to spoil what it's about. It's about friendship, love, and appreciation for music. One thing I really love is that the banter in these books is so real and yet so engaging at the same time. Is dialogue really like that? Like, do we really talk so excitedly? I don't know, but in her books, I love the characters. There's another book that she wrote, This Lullaby, where there's a band. I just love the mixing of the band together, the bandmates, so they like would ride each other and just it's nice. And then another book she wrote, The Truth About Forever, a catering company where the woman keeps dropping her meatballs. It's just it's a if you even if you're an adult and I'm 24, I really recommend this book. But just warning you, it deals with some harsh subject matter. I'm not gonna blow the whole book apart, but for one thing, her sister has an eating disorder and very sick. So yeah, like I said, it's about family too. So good book. Now this one, many people probably have heard of, The Diary of Anne Frank. Now I got this diary for Christmas when I was 15. When I was 14, I was sent to an IDT, intensive day therapy, to work on some problems I had. And in that one room schoolhouse, essentially, we were reading the play Anne Frank. I hated the play. I was like, this is nothing. It doesn't capture the characters. It makes her look whiny. I didn't like it. And then I read the book, and I was like, whoa, why don't they assign the entire book instead? It's very relatable, especially for young girls. Maybe guys could read something else if they want. I don't know, but I would want to read it. It's a very fascinating story. Um, I was blown away by it, by her courage, by her bravery. I love how she says that at one point she mentions, after all this, there's still some good in humanity. That really hit me. Alright, next book. This one's called The Happiness Project. And I was on vacation one time and I ran out of reading, which happens far too often. So I went into the grocery store, and this was lying with the other bestsellers. It is about a woman, Gretchen Rubin, who undertakes a quest to become more happier. Each month she focuses on a different dimension. For example, January, the first month of the year, is health. February, love. March, aim higher. April, lighten up. So she does these different exercises, seeing if they will make her happier, and she provides studies and statistics. It's an interesting look into human psychology, not just a self-help book. So yeah, I do recommend that if you're interested in that sort of thing. And finally, this isn't just one book. No, I had to bring the whole damn series. Harry Potter. Okay, So one thing about me you might learn if you watch this channel enough times, I don't like fantasy. I know that makes me very unpopular because vampires are in and zombies are in and everything's in. I don't like fantasy. I don't like the supernatural. I am big on realistic fiction. To me, it's much more entertaining than anything else. But I started reading Harry Potter when I was pretty little. When I went to my grandma's house, I was having homesickness, and I brought along 3 of the Harry Potter books, and I would just read until I was soothed. It was it really meant a lot to me. These books. I read the 6th one, and then after Dumbledore died, I'm like, well, that's it. I'm not reading anymore. But then the 7th one came out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to the bookstore. I could get my copy. I read it in one day. Yes, everyone says I read it in one day. I actually did read it in one day. Um, it's just a whole world she created that, as an author, I'm very jealous, but highly impressed. So yeah, those are my top 5 favorite books, my most influential favorite books. They've changed me, they've molded me. So thank you for listening to this, and I will probably try to make another video tomorrow. Bye!